What up, everybody? It's Ponter here, and today we've got a public server game on Canal. And really, the theme of this game is testing the limits of stupidity in pubs. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a second here. So Canal is an interesting map in that it has kind of three areas you fight over. You've got this kind of big open space with lots of woods and fords, and yeah, and then you got the town, which is split up by these two bridges. Then you have this open beach space. Now people like to fight on the open beach space, and you get this back and forth capping action on the bridge. So this is largely where people's attention is focused. And then usually an inf player dukes it out on either side, and they kind of dick around the whole game. And then, usually on a good team, we'll try to force some inf across this bridge and get it into the town on the other side. But now look at what our team does. We've got one yeah, and this team is fine. 3 air, 1 armor, 2 support, no inf. And, immediately Majestics is like, that's not good. And for the simple reason, like, you need info on this map. Like, imagine going into a match mode, and I'm just gonna add some colors just so we can keep track of people a little bit, especially so I can point out dumb people doing dumb things. So yeah, normally you need an inf player, and we're kind of fortunate. Yeah, they have 2 inf players. We're fortunate. One of them is Kickapoo, who's probably not going to be as ruthless as other infs will be. Notably, Spirit Gun is playing air, which is like a blessing. So we get the cap. Notice the entire team, and this is the theme what we're going to see in this game. The entire team piles over here, and nobody helps out with this cap. I'm fortunate that they even help out with this one. Obviously, Rain Man is not going to get a scout. Like, why would you? And yeah, I'm already yelling at him for about the scout. Maybe he's going to get one here. No, he doesn't. Okay. The only saving grace of this game is that we have Wally and Maj on air. Clark is obviously just going to be a non-factor, but running around, he gets no scout either. And this is the issue with no scouts. Like, an air player can just dive in and surprise you. And, like, if I can't see the air come in, I can't stop them. Now, note here, the first wave of defensive drops is already coming down. And this is the other theme. So no inf player and stupid tank. Oh yeah, we get another tank player. So at least the teams are balanced now. Yeah, no drops, no win. Without an inf player, your drops are basically twice the cost if you can even get your armor player to do drops. So this guy is actually pushing to the other side, thank God. And yeah, they're messing around with Artie, that's good. And look, they're even doing defensive drops back here. Like, this is ridiculous. Yeah, and we're up against Super Skunk. Like that's a scary inf player. You don't want to. Skunk is probably one of the best inf players kicking around. Although I haven't seen him really play match modes. I don't know if he could hack it there. But yeah, look at, like, without drops in all this space, like, they're getting drops here. Without drops over here, you have no line of sight. Simeon gets Sir Immune. Yeah, Sir Immune gets a scout, thank God. Rayman's going to continue. Oh, he gets a scout too. Beautiful. But the scout's not going to be enough on this one. Yeah, we're up against Gut Player and Diarmer. Like, that's a deadly combo. They know what they're doing. And Skunk is already getting inf in the town. It's not good. Not good at all. So what's our path to victory here? And look, oh, more drop. Like, That's like 6 defensive drops here. Like that's kind of that was fortunate that they dumped so many drops on their side. Yeah, 0. Yeah, we're all paranoid about drops, but yeah, I think there's drops. Yeah, here come the offensive drops right here. Boom, boom. And already the sarcastic thank yous from Mash. But our only strength in this is the gigantic stupid blob of armor support. Literally unstoppable here, just rolling around in the open, untouchable with its girth. Yeah, and now my poor jeeps are not moved again, and they're gonna die. Yeah, that's great. Fucking cat. What are you even playing as, cat? Thank God he's not playing inf. See, they delayed about 5 minutes. Yeah, yeah. Maj ever the defeatist, and I'm joining in. You know, you need info on this map. Like think of like yeah, and that's the other thing. Armor does not drop at all. I mean, I guess we could give them. Yeah, the armor is very low on score right now because they haven't been able to cap the bridge. Like this is the only. If you're only going to play this side of the map, you need to cap bridge over and over again to generate score, or else you're not going to have enough TA to even do drops. So yeah, but think of this. Think of how tight a match mode game is. You know, like a 5v5. If you like mess up 1 or 2 caps, you've lost the game. Like, let alone if you don't have an inf player. Like, not having an inf player is a huge, just a massive detriment to your game. Like, look at this shit. Like, ranked up reg inf, like, you can't kill that with air. It's a nightmare. You know, they're still scanning the wrong fucking bush. Like, all the drops are here and here. Oh, and they're dropping in the town, like the audacity. And oh, like another scan just to see how strong their position is. So he has TA for scans, but not for drops. Like one drop here for line of sight and defense would pay huge dividends compared to a fucking scan. And here, yeah, I know Kickapoo has been talking about editing the map, and this is why, like, pushing across this bridge into town on either side fucking sucks. I mean, on one hand, you have some cover that you can, once you get across, you can get into, and it's good times, but it just takes one heavy RD to fuck you up, like I did there. And it's vice versa. Like, this one is almost harder to push across because there's so much open ground and, like, not as much cover. And look, they're just decapping this like crazy. We're not decapping this. And this is the path. This is our path to victory. Our, like, complete disregard for this side, other than a few overextended dumb tanks and, like, YOLO anti-air, you know, that sucks up. But they dump a lot of attention onto this. Like, TA and 2 infantry players are running around, and an armor player. Like, they're trying hard to take this side. It leaves this side very open. And this is how, as I mentioned before, like, the armor players who just dick around on the beach need to cap this over and over again, or else they're just going to be kind of impotent the whole game. Like, they're not going to generate score, they're not going to rank up tanks. So, and they're smart enough to pull back. You know, sometimes you attack, sometimes you gotta just chill and not go crazy. But in the meantime, like, a smart armor player would say, okay, we've secured this side, I'm gonna change my spawn over here, I'm gonna spawn some med tanks, I'm gonna do some defensive drops. Even if I don't have TA, I'm gonna ask for defensive drops. Like, I would have given TA to anybody who said, like, hey asshole, I'm gonna drop. And yeah, that's why you don't blob either. You know. Nice carpet bomb by Diamer. And this is how desperate we are. Like, There, yeah, there's a whole other half. Like, you gotta put some tanks over here. Like, throw some lights, throw some mediums. Like, Rain Man is heading over, but again, they're going the wrong way. Like, go this way. Don't go this way. Yeah, Wally drops a scan. Yeah, and I just can't handle all this fucking inf, so I'm just gonna drop arty on it. Yeah, that's an interesting laser guided bomb. And my jeeps die. So again, there's drops in here. There's probably a drop in here. And what has Drop Bravo been doing? It's good to know that he's just been stacking up TA. So that could have been like 3 drops. Could have been like 6 drops. You know, we could have held our side a lot better with 6 drops from an armor player. But instead, he's just been saving. But you know, it's not the worst. Not the worst strategy when you're like down so significantly. And yeah, we need. Yeah, we're getting air to air in the spawn. Jeeps have not been alive like the whole game. I guess I should have been doing what Bravo's doing and just chilling on this side, but that would just leave. Yeah, failed as expected. Yeah, just the really, really stupid play on account of our team, and frustration. Frustration is obviously going to show itself. Like again, like 3 heavy tanks in town. Like 1 could go here, 1 could go into town. 2 lights could have been spawned for the price of one of these, and they could have gone over here. And like, look, this is uncapped. 2 lights would have easily taken this. Like, don't make me do it. Because I'm going to go do it as a support player, and it's going to be fucking stupid. But no, look at this. Like, they can aggressively put AA up to here. Like, yeah. Meanwhile, Spirit Gun is... I don't know what he's doing. Man, that ranked up medium. So, gut players using the medium for line of sight. Which you love to see. You know, it's really good stuff. Oh, that's unfortunate. And see, once again, like, at any point, like, there's 6,000, or, like, even more than, like, there's, like, 9,000, I don't know, fucking math. But there's a lot of points worth of heavy tanks just sitting here. And, yeah, nice stack of AA. But again, it's me and, it's me, Wally, and Maj just trying to hold on to this side with, like, fucking air and support. Yeah, and that is a nice and pointlet. And yeah, I'm getting testy too, because like we're losing really badly. So this is a good nuke. I think this nuke helps a lot. You know, we didn't need to save to 140. But we definitely needed a nuke. And I had been spending my TA, you know, willy-nilly trying to hold on to this side, like trying to control shit. We didn't need this, but like 45 TA versus to kill some forts and 2 drops. I don't know about that. You know, just drop clusters. But we take the bridge. We squish all these drops. Like, we don't take the bridge though. Damn. Fucking heavy heavy air support. Or heavy air strike. But yeah, this is why I guess you drop 6 drops. Yeah, and Clark's idea of strategy is to drop more nukes. Yeah, sure. You know, do some fucking drops. Although Clark doesn't have drops in his repertoire, so now I'm doing drops, and finally an armor player does some fucking drops. It's the first armor player drop of the game, gentlemen. You know, 6 minutes left. We're saving it for the clutch last minute drops. It's perfect. And yeah, look at all this shit. And you know, it would be great to have an inf player to like kind of clean this up a little bit before we go in. But you know, fuck it. We'll just use air. And Flokin, the noob support, is just piling on there. That's a problem. So I don't even know what Cat's been doing this whole game. Like, he's playing. He's got score. I literally haven't seen him the whole game. Is he playing like... Oh, he's playing air? No wonder I haven't seen him. So here we go. And yet they're dropping the bridge again. We're dropping a stupid daisy cutter. You know, that's 3 drops right there to kill 2 units that would have been killed by the air anyways. But whatever. Yeah, you tell us to do drops and then, you know, again, 30 TA, you could have dropped 3 light tanks. Yeah, fuck you. So yeah, once again, the entire team is blobbing over here. Like, we have a grand total of 1 AA covering everything on this side. Like, look at this. Like, this much of the map has all of our team. Other than, like, a single drop. Which I failed to micro my drop. You know, typical. Bravo has somehow got enough score for another... Yeah, that's a nice cluster. Yet again, he's killing very little. Like, a heavy tank, wow. 2 forts. And a light tank. And yeah, and Earl Grey is getting frustrated. It's like some people just do not know how to spend TA properly in the last minutes. Like, when you need to win, you know, you gotta fucking spend it not stupidly. So I'm doing drops over here. And then we got a YOLO push. Like, we're down so much. So just throw everything across the bridge and sit in there on their side. This is the correct move. A lot of teams will not do this shit. They will not attack when you need to, when the chips are down, and they'll just sit here and wait for the enemy to win. You can't do that. You can't be a bitch. You got a YOLO. And we YOLO and cap, and we get a pretty savage tick on them. I'm going to fuck up their spawn with artillery. Because I can't really drop anything at this point. Like, it's somebody else's job to fucking drop. I also start to push AA. So Cat's been doing, like, meads. Which I guess makes sense against a Wally Earl Grey combo. You kind of need mediums. So yeah, I can't put AA here because of the lights, because yet again, you know, we only have 1 retard heavy tank. Like, again, drops, like, change your spawn here, send some lights, change your spawn back. Like, it's not that hard. Instead, we've got 4 heavies from one armor player. A nice, yeah. And if you're gonna do it with some subtlety, man, like, run like here on that route. Although their era seems out to lunch. And yeah, this much YOLO is good. This much YOLO is bad. Don't put 4 heavy tanks right next to their spawn. Like, my god, just pull back, fort up, spread out, and then worry about the flanks. But you notice, like, this desperate push, like, over committal on the like one flank has gotten us back to normal. Like, which is pretty impressive. And now, like, look at the desperation. Earl Grey is dropping and immediately getting destroyed because there's 2 fucking inf players defending this point. Like, how do you attack this with air and support players? Insanity. So yeah, Sir Immune is now just driving through heavy artillery and duking it out with AT Inf in the open, which is great. I'm killing Cat. You love to see it. And just doing almost desperate decaps, fuck's sake. But I'm just rolling AA. And yeah, wouldn't it have been great, you know, how about some AA from Bravo over here? That would have been great. How about some non-overextended tanks over here? That also would have been great. But hey, my transports have respawned. I'm hiding here because I know there's lights kicking around, and Maj is yelling at me to advance. I'm too busy like worrying about this shit. Like, look at this guy, this beat up tanks, and here I go. I collapse back. So now they nuke us, which is the correct, definitely the correct response in this situation. Not the best spot. Like, it doesn't kill that much. It does decap everything. But look at this. Like, the tick. You know, we can recap that really fast. We can recap that really fast. Like, it didn't kill absolutely everything. Oh, and they didn't get it in time. That sucks. And I'm just sitting here denying shit. And the light already... Well, I mean, that's fucking unfortunate, but, you know, the light already prevails. And, you know, the jeeps are sitting there preventing caps. Just in time. And yeah, that's how you don't need inf to win on Canal. So that proves it. You know, I'm chilling here. Yeah, terrible play, still won. Is like the lesson here. You know, stupidity can prevail in pubs. And, you know, two good inf players, forget it. Don't even worry about it. I think they could have done with another air player. I think, like, if Kickapoo had switched from inf to air, and if they had been more aggressive with inf in the early stages, but I guess you don't expect the team to do something so stupid, like no inf and no defense on the left flank. But yeah, it was a funny game. I like playing with at least Wally and Earl Grey are fun to play with, like when they're trying hard. And yeah, that's a pub game. I understand why people don't like to play pubs when they deal with those situations, but then you can turn it around, you know. So that's why we pub, and that's why you shouldn't be too mad at really stupid players. Although you can be a little mad. Anyway, thank you everybody. Later.